All right, guys. We are live. What's going on? We are back. We are back. Trying to hear some. Yes, we are. I am Britt Brat. So, welcome, you guys. Welcome to season 3 of Vlog Down the podcast. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are listening from all over the world. I'm hearing that some people cannot hear you, Chris. So, I'm just making sure are we good? Okay, let me see. Yes, I can't hear you either. Let me see what's going on with it first before we get started, before we really get into it. Yes, sir. I still can't hear you. So, no. Let's see what's going on, guys. Let's see what's going on. No, but we're going to get it together. People are still saying they can't hear you. I'm seeing it. So, in the comment section. He's coming back, y'all. But yes, anyways, this is going to be a really good show. As you all know, it has been a while. I'm so excited about season 3. It's going to be such a good time. We got some really good stuff coming for you guys. And if you are brand new, make sure you're telling us where you are from, as well as if you have a bottle of Bel Air, make sure you're letting us know so we can sip on up with you. Today's going to be really good. Chris is going to get his sound and everything taken care of because we don't know. If you guys can't hear me, though, let me know so I can fix that as well, because I can also sign out. So let me know if you're having any issues with me, because I appreciate you guys letting us know that you couldn't hear Chris. We can actually have the show get going. So just let me know how it's going, because I'm looking at my comments right now. So I'm so excited. It's going to be so good. Today I am sipping on Blue Bel Air. This is the rosé. It is absolutely delicious. This is probably my favorite one out of all of them. There is the white gold, and there is also the bamboo, and there is gin. So out of all of them, it's probably the pink one that's my favorite, which is really funny because this is my favorite color. So it all goes together. But yeah, let us know if you guys are sipping up. And also, if you are brand new to the podcast, let us know where you are from. And also let me know if you can hear me, because I am looking at comments and everybody was just saying that they couldn't hear Chris. So I'm not sure if that was just the only issue, but I know that he is coming back up pretty soon here to figure out what the issue is. So I'm just going to keep on coming on here. But there's been a lot of things going on lately. I'm so glad that we are back. Let me check and see what's going on with this. Let's see here. Let's see here. If you can hear me, let me know. I would appreciate it.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. So can you hear me?
I'm in here. Yes, I can hear you just fine.
No problem. Okay, I was waiting to see if anybody else had some issues, but we were just talking about all the good things that have been going on since we left it, with season 3 coming, because it's brand new. I just cannot get over it.
Listen, they hating on greatness. They didn't even want to let me in. I mean,
that's okay.
Look, first episode.
So good.
Back. For those of y'all who's first time listening, I appreciate y'all joining in. But here we go. So let's get into it.
I just would like to say before we get into it, though, that I held it down while you were gone. I held it down while we were gone.
Now, you know I didn't have no doubt that you would take care of it. Now, listen, if there's one thing my baby can do, my baby can talk. Listen, y'all was in good hands. That mouse be moving.
I don't know with the dig at the same time. Like, it sounds so kind, but that really wasn't so kind. But yeah, take us into it. Season 3, getting started. So excited to see everybody. It's going down.
Yes. So if you didn't hear me before, we are live on Periscope, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. So today, right here, we got Esther checking in from Mansfield, Texas. What's going on?
Hello.
In the building.
Hello. We got Michigan.
Sherry is in the building from Michigan. What's going on, cousin Sherry? All the family is in the building. What's going on? Make sure you guys are participating because I will pop comments up. We will talk about your comments. And the whole reason we do this thing live is because we like your interaction. So
exactly.
We Trick Daddy is in the building. If y'all didn't know, some of our regulars that we have to recognize.
What up, Dave?
Javon is in the building. James is in the building. So for all of you guys who email us and talk about some of the comments that our regulars have, they're here today.
Yes. So,
and we're hey, listen, it's going down, baby, because we have a new segment for y'all that I know we started a little late on my account.
It's okay.
For some odd reason the sound wasn't working, but guess what? We got a new segment for you, and the segment we're going to call it current events.
Yeah.
So in this segment, we will talk about memes that scroll through our timeline throughout the week. And in those memes, we'll be discussing anything and everything that has to do with relationships. So if you see something that you think we should discuss, make sure you inbox us, email us, contact us however you do it. Get it to us, we'll get it in. So first meme of the day.
Let's take a look at it.
Which one do you think is going to be?
Oh gosh, I forgot I even forgot what it is. So I really don't even. Let's see which one it is. Oh,
so let's start with my boy Zebo. My boy Zebo said on Twitter that he married a hoe.
He did do that.
About his wife. Then he filed for divorce. Listen, I don't know how tired you have to be of somebody to get to the point where you go to social media, call them a hoe, and then file for divorce.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't just incriminating himself, her, or talking about how bad she was. He was basically saying, "Damn, I made a mistake, and I wiped up a hoe." Call a spade a spade.
First and foremost, the reason that this one, because I think I got this one right. I found this one.
Yeah. This
at first, I was confused a little because at first I thought it was Eddie Winslow. I realized it was that because they just look so similar.
Come on, man.
No, but the reason I was more confused about it though is because I know Eddie had been married to Superhead, so I was like, God, like you're just now realizing that you married another hoe. But then I realized it was that Randall, and I was like, okay, all right. So yeah, no, it's embarrassing on both parts because like you didn't know he married before you married her. You know what I'm saying?
I don't listen. I'm lucky enough to have married correctly, so I'm going to jump out on a limb here and say you have to be extremely tight. And we got people in here joining in. James said he must be exhausted. You got to be. At that end, there's no coming back from that tweet. You're famous. And put it like this, Zach Randolph is known for speaking his mind, known for saying what he wants. Zach does what he wants when he wants. So
clearly,
that much more.
Yeah, clearly because he married a hoe. But yeah, there's no coming back from it either because like now you said this publicly. Hopefully, even if you are trying to work things out with her, she doesn't go back because like, you know what I'm saying? Like listen, that's on paper now. Like that's
on wax, Chief.
It's not going in.
You feel me? That's on wax. Ain't no coming back from that, dog. Like, I don't even think he was thinking. I think he did it for his future self in case he thought about having to come back from that relationship. So I think he was telling his future self, like, look, just in case you ever decide to go back. And you know what? Don't get me wrong. Sometimes, you never know. The vagina might be that good. So maybe he needed to send a warning shot.
We'll see. I just know he better not get his lady back after that if he's trying because it's wraps on that. So yeah, that one's really interesting. It'll go good with the topic today too. So current events. Next one we got here. Go ahead. Would you like for me to read this one? Did you send this one? I think. Okay, so we've got the fact that you the fact that you are so selfish that you can't allow someone to become engaged at your wedding is weird AF to me. And for those of you who don't know what AF stands for, that means as fuck. If anything, you should be happier because not only did you win in love, but someone you love is also winning as well. Why do I have the long one? I was trying to let you.
Listen. So, what do you think about people getting engaged at other people's weddings?
See, I've honestly never seen it done. I don't know how to feel about it because I've never actually seen it. I know the right answer is a lot of people say that it's selfish. It takes a lot of the attention away from the actual people who put the wedding together, which makes a lot of sense. I don't know. I'm back and forth
Well,
on this one because
since you gonna ride the fence, I guess you forgot what love lockdown. Since you go fence ride, I'll jump right in and say, getting engaged at somebody else's wedding is the cheapest bullshit you can do. Using some,
so.
It is because you're not planning any of that. You have nothing to do with. First of all, you can't say that you plan on getting engaged at a wedding because what if the wedding goes bad? What if somebody runs away from the altar? You don't control a lot of that stuff.
That's true. That is true.
What if the reception is ghetto? You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't control a lot of things that go on in that wedding. You're just being a cheap ass, and you want to use somebody else's money to propose. And the kicker part, if you think about it, that date is not even just special to you now. Now you got to share that engagement date with somebody else.
Yeah.
And y'all gonna be forever intertwined.
Very true. I've seen a lot of people though, like the ones I have seen on like TV and whatnot, they are really good friends. Like they actually asked the bride, it was like their best friend, asked them if it was okay, asked for permission first, stuff like that. Now I'm a little bit different on that one because if you're my best friend, you know, we celebrated people's birthdays at our wedding. You know what I mean? We did stuff like that. So I just think it depends on the situation. But
you can't control birthdays.
You can't, but I don't know. I think it just depends on the situation. I'm not trying to be on the fence about it. It's just I personally don't like attention on me anyway.
Quarantine has made Brittany soft, y'all. Listen, in case y'all don't know, we drinking Bel Air tonight. Britt's got soft on us. I'm drinking a white bottle, Rare Lux. Britt, what you drinking tonight?
I'm drinking pink right here. I already had let the people know this is my favorite one out of all of them. So yeah.
Perfect. But back to the topic. You're soft. You got soft in quarantine.
I might not be as soft after this is over drinking the Bel Air, but no, this not soft. That's really how I feel. I don't know. I think I would be more concerned with my mom and dad because they would be the ones upset because they paid for the wedding. So
well, let me tell you what your mom.
I don't want to deal with them.
What your mom would say about it.
She have fit.
Your mom just commented and she said it's just plain tacky. I'm glad you deferred to mom. It is. It's tacky.
And like I'd be more pissed that I had to deal with her. Y'all done woke up the bear now, so.
Man, I'm trying to tell you, listen. At the end of the day, it kind of takes away all of the planning and effort away from the guy. So it's not only cheap, but it's lazy. So that's what I'm going to leave it at because we got to stick to the script tonight. We got a lot of stuff to get to. So don't be tacky and get engaged at somebody else's wedding.
Have you seen it done before?
Don't do that.
Have you actually seen it done? Because I haven't.
No, I don't think I've been to enough weddings to even get close to that.
I have.
I don't go to weddings unless I have to. That means I have to know the person.
Yeah, that's love. That's real love. If I'm at your wedding, it's real love for sure. You got this one? The short one? You got the short one?
So for our last current event of the day, for those of you listening, it says a man will know if he wants to marry you by 6 months in. He don't need 4+ years. I'll let you take the top of this.
I think it's true. That's very true. Men, I've always been a firm believer that men do and will whenever they are ready to do so, but it just takes 4+ years. They're just playing with your emotions, whatnot. Men know within, I would think, at least maybe a year, I guess. I don't even think it takes that long, honestly. I know a lot of men that have said, like, I'm about to marry this girl, like, after a week. Men just know. When you guys know, you do. You know what I'm saying? So it's just authentic. And that's how I feel about it. I just think that's way too long, 4+ years. Just playing.
Um,
Just playing.
I agree, and I'm going to
Just
agree on this.
playing.
I'm going to
Yeah.
agree on this plane though. Like he might know that he would marry you, but at 6 months you still don't know if it will work out.
Oh, so you playing the fence right now, huh?
No, I'm
Soft.
just saying, like a man knows if he would marry you when y'all meet. Now
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
6 months in, some of your whole tendencies might come to view though.
Okay,
Let's and then everything changes. You
but
know what
does
I'm
it?
saying? Yeah,
Mm.
because in that time frame you get to know somebody. It's certain stuff you can live with as a man, certain stuff you won't live with as a man. For instance, in some people's household, they feel it's okay for the woman to run the show. You might not know that until 6 months in, until y'all spending a little bit more time together enough to where you can't hide your real self. So, like I said,
Uh-huh.
there's no if they will marry you, but if it will actually work, nah, that's too soon.
Well, Zach got married and he married a hoe.
And you see what it led him to. He should have took an extra 6 months, and he wouldn't have had to tweet out that he married a hoe.
But and also I really wonder what to him like is considered a hoe also. Because I've seen some things with people that have dealt with a lot of hoe tendencies in marriage and dating. So I wonder what was like his final straw. You know what I mean? It really makes you wonder.
Yeah, it does. But here's another man's perspective. Javon just
Yeah.
chimed in and he said it depends on his age and experiences. Old wise one, Javon. That's a good answer. Little fence rightish, but
Thank
it's
you.
an answer.
Thank you, Javon. You're gonna stop calling people fence riders today because they've got their own.
Kristen said, "I agree, but I'm not a man."
Okay.
Listen, before we go on, because this is interesting, do women know in 6 months?
Oh shit. Do women know that they're gonna be married at 6 months? To me, women don't count because a lot of women just want to get married to anything just so they can have that title. So I hate to say that, but it's the truth. And you said I got soft, so I got to keep it funny right now. I think a woman will pretty much marry anything once they feel like they are at that line of life that they had that goal set for. Now, if you're talking about me, that I didn't even think I was gonna get married, so no. But yeah, regular women, yeah, they want to get married instantly, especially when they just start dating. You know how that goes. I'm gonna marry him. Can't wait to put this ring on
Listen, Auntie
because
Lovey is
that's
in the
all they care
building.
about.
Let's give Auntie Lovey a shout out. And listen, I'm not trying to cut you off, Britt, in anything that you're saying,
No,
but
good. Go
this is
ahead.
I think we need to save that for a topic for the end of the season. Like because I really think
It,
that
it
could be
could
a
be a
whole
whole
episode.
one. Yeah, it has to be. We got to
And
talk about
Auntie
that
Lovey just
because
chimed in and she said, for those who listening and not tuned in live today, she said, I was married 1 year to the day I met my husband. Word. Uh, James chimed in. He said Zach's final straw was posting it on social media. Listen, not going to disagree with you there. Sherry chimed in and she says, we know in
we
three
know in 3
days.
days.
Kristen said, nope, women don't.
That's what I'm saying.
And I'm going to be honest with you. As a man listening, like if y'all was in charge of the married timeline, that sounds terrifying.
It has to be, yeah, because
It's like getting on a roller coaster with a blindfold on. You don't know what you're getting yourself into because depending on the day, you know what I'm saying? How you woke up
yeah,
this morning, we in trouble.
yeah. I think a lot of women too get confused like actual marriage to just the wedding. You know what I mean? So to
Mm-hmm.
answer that question, do women want a wedding like in 3 days? Absolutely. Do women want to be married in 3 days? And no, absolutely not. We're the same with y'all when it comes to that part. So yeah, that's a whole nother
Right,
episode that we could definitely wait for. That's a good
right.
one.
Uh, Auntie S is in here. She said, no women know. It's just some I know was not for me to marry. Maybe it's the Bel Air. No women know. It's just some I know was not for me to marry. Okay. So
I got what she was trying to say.
please
Don't you
please
do that.
explain. I'm telling you, it's a lot of screens and lights going on in here. I'm trying to read. It's a lot of backgrounds. What was she trying to say? Please step in for her.
I think she was just trying to say that no, women do know, but like it's just to be with the actual person, the correct person. So
Got you. Okay.
that yeah, that's what I got from it. I don't. Mm,
Okay. Well,
when it
listen,
what was it?
we
Their
got a
timeline before a man entered the
what
picture. See, that's what I was saying.
we have former guest on here, and I'm pretty sure he's going to be on here this season as well. The author Sean D. Upshaw's in the building. He said women set their
Okay.
timeline before men even enter the picture. I totally agree with that. Listen, and that's one thing I can submit. Women think of marriage totally different. As a matter of fact, me and Brie were just having this conversation yesterday. Uh, Women seem to think of marriage all their lives, while men don't know until they feel like they're about to get married.
Yeah, and that's
So
why I mean it's respectful. That's why I respect men so much because I truly feel like when you guys are ready, like it's the most realist, authentic thing in the world. You know what I mean? Like when a man really proposes to a woman, like that's it.
that's the truth.
That's it. That's it to me. That's how I feel about that. But
Right.
again, another conversation because I could
Another
say a
day.
lot.
Listen, we can go in on this, and
Go for
I
that.
would give you a single screen, and I will tell everybody buckle up, but it's
Don't
not
do
that
it.
time yet.
No,
It
it's
ain't
not the
that time
time.
yet. So
No.
we're gonna get into the real topic today. And what we got is why aren't marriages lasting these days? And by that we mean why aren't marriages lasting like they used to back in the day? Um, I'll let you take the divorce rate first. We're going to give you a little information on the divorce rate and how it's changed from the 1960s to now.
To now, pretty much. All right, guys. So when we were doing research, 1960 to 1969, right? 2.2% to 3.2% per thousand women. So that was the divorce rate back then from 1960 to 69, right? Very minimal. Very, very minimal. You want 2020 yet?
Go ahead, bust
Because
them
I
for
feel like
2020.
it's really gonna blow your mind. So 2020, we've got 7.7% per 1,000 women. That's very sad. Like really, really
Okay.
sad.
So the divorce rate from 1960 went from 2% to 7%.
Yeah,
And this is done
2.2%. Mm-hmm.
per 1,000 women.
Per thousand, yes. And when I was looking up at first, I was like, well, why is it based off of women? But then you enlightened me that women get married a lot more than men do. I didn't think about it that way, so
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
confused.
I believe it's like
Confused.
60 to 40 or 60 to 39 or something. That's the percentage of women to men marriage ratio. I don't know if that's because we die quicker or how it works, but women get married more. So
Oh,
I
I don't
mean,
know, man. That just blew my mind when I was looking that up. So yeah, the average age for couples is 30 years old for their first divorce.
okay. So the first divorce comes around the age 30. We beat that. We
We
good.
we definitely beat that.
Uh
33 here, we definitely beat that. But yeah, we can just take a step back for a second there and let that sink in for people to really think about.
yeah,
Like,
and while you're taking that second, please join in and give us your
why do you think?
reasoning why you think marriages don't last these days. Because we would love to hear what you have to say about this topic. It's
Yeah,
huge. Um,
very huge.
and I know we looked up something else about couples and sexless marriages. Just to throw that out there before we move on to the next one. How many couples are in sexless marriages?
20% of couples.
20% of couples are in sexless marriages. Now I
Oof,
know if I put a
it's
question
a
out there
lot.
and ask y'all how important is sex in marriage, a lot of y'all, 85, 90% of y'all will say 100% important. So just imagine being in a relationship or a marriage and not having sex. That's insane to me. I don't get it. What else are y'all doing with y'all time? But
See, and but it also makes you wonder, like, if that was something that changed once they got married, or if it had always been that way. You know what I mean? Because I feel like that would be a huge difference for me too. If like we were just getting it on every single day before we got married, and all of a sudden we got married and it stopped, I feel like that's something too that makes you like, ooh. But I just think a lot of it goes into it.
Well, it also people become different once they get married. I think, especially women, and I hate to keep harping on women here, but especially women seem to think that they can become a different person once you're married. And I'm only speaking from experience. I've never dated any dudes. I'm playing on it. So only thing I can speak on is women. When women get in relationships, they become different because they feel as if, I don't know if they feel like if they arrived or there's a certain type of relationship tact you must have now. I feel like their neck get a little bit longer and the stick in their butt goes up a little bit farther. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the title. I don't know. But I feel like that happens in marriages too, which leads to the sexless part because people aren't with the same person that they fell in love with.
Well, see, I have to add on to that because even with Martin the other day, I've seen this episode so many times, but for some reason it hits different now with age. But the episode after they got married, when they came back from their honeymoon, and all of a sudden Gina had gotten him a pager. You know what I mean? I used to watch the episode like, no way. Like, people don't act like that. There's no way that she has been with this dude for so long. You know what I mean? Got him a pager after they got married and started like checking him on stuff. I just thought that was so strange. Like, that's insane to me.
Dude
like,
got
why
married
act like that now? You're married.
Right. Dude got married and instantly had a curfew. Grown ass man with a curfew. And a beeper back in the day was equivalent to having a clone of your cell phone. It was a tag to say, I know you got my message.
It was literally like, how people put the follow apps on people, like Sneak and put the apps on people's phones so they can follow them, like a tracker. Yeah, that's what a beeper was back in the day. So I was just like, yo, Gina, I can't believe. But yeah, when I was watching it the other day, it just hit so different because I was like, no, people don't really do
and I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all. I'm gonna break some of y'all hearts right now. Gina and Martin,
don't do it.
Most toxic couple ever. They was together forever, but could never seem to learn each other. They were both so consumed with themselves that they could never seem to learn each other, which is why they broke up a billion times.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all remember Martin's proposal to Gina, but asinine.
Both of them. I thought the first one was awful.
And then the second one was in the woods, right?
No, the first one was when she like forced dude because she was. No, she actually had to move for her job, and he thought she was pretending to move. He was like, "Damn, Gina, I will marry you."
Yeah, I remember that. That was asinine. Asinine. I don't know who he was proposing to with all right, that, you know what I'm saying, whatever. But moving on real quick because we gotta get into the main topic because we can talk about Gina and Martin all day too. But they was toxic.
Yeah, so toxic. It's crazy just watching it now because I thought they were so cute growing up, and now you watch it, you're like, damn, this is insane. So yeah, top 5 reasons for divorce.
Please give these people the top 5 reasons for divorce. And this is coming from a master's degree, in case y'all didn't know. She didn't have a master's when we left off, but she got a master's degree now. So this is coming even harder from the education sector.
First off, before I even get into it, I want you guys to start writing in the comment section. Say what you think the top 5 reasons are while I talk, because I know you can't change it after you already put it in there. But number one is money.
Money.
Exactly what I thought it would be.
Money.
Exactly what I thought it would be. So that wasn't at all a surprise. Infidelity, number 2.
Okay, and hold on. You use the school word. You gotta help them.
What?
Listen, people that's listening, everybody don't have a master's degree. Please help them out.
Listen now. All right. So infidelity, cheating, pretty much adultery, if you will. We got number 3, constant arguing, which I need to talk about this one in a few. We've got number 4 is lack of intimacy, which we already kind of touched bases on already. And then number 5, what do you think number 5 is?
Kids.
Actually, no. It is substance abuse. Substance abuse.
Substance
And
abuse.
substance
Wow.
abuse, yeah.
So people doing drugs.
Drugs, alcohol. I really wonder if gambling is included in that because
Gambling's not a
people be selling
substance,
their
so I don't
houses
think
as a
that would
hoes.
be included. But yeah, I
But
mean,
when I was looking it up, it was saying it as if that was included. So that's why I was like, because I
I
guess they
guess.
thought of money as the substance, maybe.
I mean, yeah, wouldn't that be money though?
Dog, I'm telling you, you got to look this stuff up because the things they come up with are insane. But I need to touch back on arguing because that was the
Okay.
one that like really triggered me when it came to that. At
Okay.
first, I was looking at constant arguing as domestic violence, but that was in its own category of its own. So to me, I'm a little spooked that one of the top five isn't domestic violence because I feel like that's like a number one reason that you should get out of a marriage. Like I feel like that's actually one of the only reasons you should get out of a marriage.
Well, I'm gonna leave that right
And it's
there.
scary that that wasn't a top five. Like fuck money. If someone is putting their hands on you, that should be one of the top reasons. So yeah, that's research for you though. Think about that,
Yeah,
y'all, because
man,
that
I'm speechless. I don't
yeah,
have nothing to say. So uh, my rule: you can talk all you want, just don't put your hands on me. So if somebody is putting their hands on you, it's time for you to get moving. Message
yeah.
from Love Lockdown. Uh, so in the top five reasons we've seen money and all of that stuff, but back to the topic at hand, and we wanted to give you a little background while we allowed our Love Lockdowners to get their opinions in about why marriages don't last as long.
Yeah, I really want to see what people are saying.
And getting into it, my brother is in the building. Mr. Rippy said,
What's up, bro?
"The till death do us part takes too long, or speeds the split."
Okay,
Uh,
so time. Hmm.
Time. Yeah, but I feel like people should probably plan for time when you're getting married. Yeah, it's like a forever thing. So I feel like people look at it as if it's a momentary thing. So that is a good reason why they do split because the what have you done for me lately thing is like huge in some of these marriages these days. Um,
Sad.
you know, I couldn't make it through good times with some of y'all. So
But
who am
to
I?
me, I just feel like if you're gonna do the time thing, you gotta. I was gonna say you got married someone like a Hugh Hefner that you think's gonna die soon, but that fool didn't even die. It took Hugh years. I'm pretty sure all his girlfriends that actually married him were like, yo, and he just kept on going.
Right.
Kept on going because that man didn't have any stress in the world. I mean, listen, he lived in a mansion with thousands of Playboy bunnies. Come on,
Yes, Hugh Hefner
stuff
lives
like
in
that had a lot to
infamy.
do with it.
We
That man
thank you,
lived a
Hugh
life.
Hefner, for all your contributions and everything you brought to this world. Whitney said, "What the reason that marriages don't last these days is because way more outside influences in today's life. Also, women aren't dependent on men anymore. They can make their own money." Should I take the single screen now?
Yeah, for you, right?
Uh,
You better do that.
uh,
I'm being good today because I told you
uh,
already. These are full
uh,
episodes. I'm being good. You go ahead. Are you about to take
uh,
it?
Listen, because, and I'm gonna be real with y'all today. I feel like independent women phase has started is the reason that the divorce rate has dropped. And I'm not speaking opinions. I'm going to speak specifically facts because my wife already thinks I'm, what do you call that thing that you call me all the time uh, when it's
Oh,
genderish?
yeah. Oh man, I actually have a few words for it, so
Yeah,
I can't think
okay.
of the
So
main one. I'm trying to keep it. I don't know which one.
listen, listen, I'm gonna keep it honest with y'all. Facts. In 1969, this is around the liberation time of women and women voting and colored people in general. Um, and if we fast forward to the 80s, where you had the crack epidemic and broken families, especially in the Black community.
Mhm.
Um, it sprung the '90s independent woman phase, where everybody was super hype about being independent. I believe Beyonce and them had a song about independent women. Was it
Mhm.
Shawty? I don't know if you can get down like that, or well, either way, TLC's made no
I
scrubs.
think
It was
it was called
all
Independent Woman. Yeah.
there. You go. So either way, it was about women having their own stuff, which gave them a sense of independence that they weren't used to.
Mhm.
With
Absolutely.
women getting that sense of independence that they weren't used to, one thing that got unnormalized was two parents households. So women weren't any longer being trained to be wives by their mothers because their households didn't have two parents. So they weren't getting the training necessary to be a wife. They were being trained to be alone, which is nothing wrong with.
Mhm.
Talking in the specificity of marriage, if you're getting trained to be alone, how do you know how to be when it comes to being married? So yeah,
That's true.
a woman might not need a
Yes.
man, but they
Yes.
also might not know how to be with a man.
Yes. Damn it, Chris. I was really trying not to get my. I was trying. I was really trying. Listen. Listen. All I have to say about this is, look, me personally, I grew up in a two-parent household. Parents, bless them, they are the best ever, right? I wouldn't necessarily say that I was trained to be a wife because I wasn't. My mom never raised me to like, hey, you got to learn how to do this for a man. You know what I mean? Like that didn't happen. But the point and the fact that I actually got to see her be a wonderful wife to my dad, that's where I learned it from without it saying. You know what I mean? So it was I picked up on how to do it without being told to do it, if that makes any sense. When it comes to independence, to me, independence means one. So if you want to be an independent person, the marriage is not for you or having kids because it takes two. I personally know that if I have a son one day, I can't raise a man, period. Like I just cannot raise a man. Women, it goes the same way. Like girls need their moms, you know what I mean? Unless something really bad happens, death. But other than that, we need two parents. And if you want to take on the title of being a wife or a husband, or if you want to take on the title of having children, being a mom, a father, then you need to try your best to do it the right way, the correct way. And I know there's different situations, so I'm not saying I'm talking down on people who are, single. I know it doesn't always work out perfectly, but if you have the opportunity to do it right, then do it. And that's all I have to say about that. I was really trying not
Okay.
to.
Okay. Well,
I was,
Whitney,
but
and I don't agree with what Whitney was saying. I don't think, and I know Whitney. I went to high school with her. She's married,
mm,
so what she's saying holds weight. But I just wanted to describe why she was saying what she was saying and why it
hmm
was like that. So moving on, I'll let you read the next one.
yeah, okay. So Sean says marriage back in the day lasted longer. Because let me stop real quick because I just realized you always give me the longer ones. You're not shit, but marriage back in the day lasted longer because divorce was frowned upon in many circles. A divorced single mother in the 60s was totally looked at differently than what it is looked at now. But for the most part, majority of marriages don't last nowadays because some people don't choose their marriages. Their situation chose their marriage. For example, having kids, pressure from outside sources, financial reasons, and then wonder why marriage don't last because their situations are complicated, I'm going to guess. I didn't see the rest because this is dot, dot, dot. So, yeah.
I mean, we kind of got the gist right there.
Uh-huh.
Um, I totally agree with everything you said. And I was going to get into this part a little later, but I feel like the government taking their hand out of a lot of households kind
Mm-hmm.
of ruined the marriage statistics.
Yeah,
And by taking their hand
for
out of the
sure.
households, like a lot of people back in the day could barely leave the kitchen, let alone file
Very
for
true.
divorce.
Very
It's
true.
unheard of. And it's still, if you run into some old school people to this day, they have a lot of stuff that they won't do because it wasn't allowed for a long time when they were coming up. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So I think Sean's absolutely correct.
Mm-hmm. And again, if you want to be independent, be independent. It's a beautiful thing. But don't get married and then want that independence because this is not how it works. Marriage is a partnership. So, you can't have both. You know what I mean? That's like wanting that cake and all of that. You just can't do it.
Right. Right, and I got some top 5 reasons on here that I'm a fly through. And by the way, if your comment doesn't pop up on the screen, that just means we didn't see it. We don't get all the
Yeah.
comments in. We got a ton of people on right now from all over the place: YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Periscope,
Periscope. We changed it
everywhere.
up this season, y'all. We're everywhere
We
this
went bigger,
season.
but it's at the cost of some of y'all's comments. So, like you said, finances is the reason. Listen, that was the number one reason. That's coming from a happily married woman. Uh, Whitney said communication, finances, sex, outside influences, and grew apart. You almost got all of them right, except for substance abuse.
Yeah, she was close.
If we keep going, uh, my sister said kids. When I said kids, yeah, kids can be a cause for divorce. Just like people weren't taught to be wives, they also weren't taught to be mothers. So if a woman, is not raising kids correctly as a man, I'm out. That's just real. James said, "Why did Martin do Gina like that?" Listen, listen,
Man.
Gina greasy. But Kayla also said misogynistic. That's the word we was looking for.
That's not the main one I call you, though. I call you chauvinist. I call you misogynistic. I use a lot of. That's what I was saying.
Listen,
I don't know which one you wanted.
it's one of them. I mean, I'm called everything under the sun, but when you're honest, that's what happens.
Yeah, right. Honestly.
Antoinette said the reason people are getting divorced is because people aren't healing their traumas, insecurities, and aren't able to cope with hard times that come up in relationships.
Dang.
Hit it on the nose. Target.
Hit it.
Practice.
Let me take this one real quick. I'm going to have to take this one a little step further. So I agree with everything she just said. I think that a lot of people pride themselves, especially when they first dating, on being able to say, like, no, we never even fought before. It's bullshit. Like, you have to, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying punch and fight or nothing like that, no punching matches, but it's absolutely healthy to disagree with your person. And so if you've never fought before and then now you're married and all of a sudden you're fighting, it's not necessarily because like it's something new. Maybe it's a bunch of stuff that was brewing up before you guys got married that's finally coming out now because you feel comfortable. But like a lot of people always want to say like the hard times, traumas, and insecurities. That's not anything new. It's just stuff that might be coming out now, but
People generally these days, especially in the social media age, and what is that, Generation Z? Is that what they call it? I know I sound like an old man, but
I think so.
Anything that's difficult, they're not sticking around for.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying marriage should be difficult, because if you do it right, it really isn't. But anything that builds character, should I say, they won't stick around for. So a lot of the younger people don't have the character needed to even get over or get to the point of healing their insecurities and traumas. They don't know how to deal with that. People my age, people older than me, don't know how to, especially in the Black community, and I talk about this all the time. We need to learn how to get over all of our traumas, including death of parents, death of kids. If you hang on to that for the rest of your life, you're letting it consume you. And I'm sorry to be the person that have to break it to y'all, but people die. You know
it's
what
the
I'm
way
saying?
of life. It's a circle.
It is, and you can't take that trauma into a relationship. As Antoinette said, I'm not going to take the credit from her. She said it, but you can't take that type of trauma into a relationship. Can't happen.
You absolutely cannot. No, because you're just adding your problems onto another person. Everybody always knows, it's so cliche to say, but it is the damn truth. You cannot have someone else make you happy. You gotta be happy with yourself first before you get into anything. So this is how the cookie crumbles. It's sad to say, but gotta figure it out.
That's the truth.
You gotta figure it out. Yeah.
My sister's still calling me names. She said sexist. Good Lord. How many you looking up anonyms or synonyms or something? What are you doing over there?
It's just hilarious.
They said, let me get a couple bottles. And that's a perfect time for a break for our sponsors today. Uh, Today, our podcast is sponsored by Luke Belair. If you don't know who they are, they provide us with this wonderful drink. If you haven't tried it, they got tons of champagne. They also have the best rum on the market. It's made by the same company. It's
Man,
called
and gin.
Bum Boo.
Oof,
And the
and the
gin,
gin.
I've, I've, I've never tasted anything close to their gin either. But
No,
their rum is something special.
yeah,
You
I
know, if
usually
you
don't even
haven't
like
had it,
gin.
go get some. So also we're sponsored by today.
I'm gonna take this one before you get to say titties and whatnot. Oh, so ridiculous. No, we're also sponsored today by, of course, the best bra in the world, Mrs. Kiss's Bra. You guys gotta make sure you check it out. I have worked with them for 3 years now. Part of the Mrs. Kiss's family. It's been 3 years. It's the backless, strapless, everything bra. It's more a tool than a bra, but it's perfect for formal occasions. It's perfect for a night of clubbing, going out. Ladies, if you don't want to wear a bra, but you want to make it look like you have a bra on, have that natural lift, the Mrs. Kiss's Bra is the one for you. I'm pretty sure you've seen me in it a few times in a lot of the promos. So definitely pick it up. And if you have any more questions about it, see me after the podcast because I'll be your consultant to make the girls look good.
And from a man's perspective,
There you go.
if you want your titties lifted, mrskisses.com. You know, Dr. Miami is super expensive. Or you can just visit
Yeah.
mrskisses.com.
Yeah. Don't go under the knife if you don't need to. Try out the Mrs. Kisses first. You might
Yes, yes.
enjoy it.
So back to the topic at hand. Why don't marriages last these days? Jessica said it's because the
Okay.
problem is people don't know how to talk no more. People need to learn the
Mm-hmm.
speaker listen technique. We teach this in our marriage classes. I need to learn the speaker listen technique too because uh I don't know it. I mean, I know how to listen. It's easy because you don't got to talk, especially you know that's the easy part. It's the actual communicating for me that I had to work on. You know what I'm saying? The actual
Yeah.
speaking portion because I can think out stuff really well. It's just
Mm-hmm.
putting it all together and putting it out in a way that does not come across as a slap in the face that I have a
Yeah.
problem with.
But it's normal. And again, I needed to step back because like a lot of people want to say when those issues occur that there's problems, but it's not problems. It's something that's normal life. You guys have to understand and realize that when you get married, you are taking two completely individuals and you are putting them together to make one. You know what I mean? Like things are not going to be perfect in a day. Like it's okay to have those issues, but again, if you're talking about them and you are figuring it out and being perceptive of them, receiving them the correct way, then yeah, absolutely, it's going to be good. But I remember today I was looking at Chance the Rapper's wife, for example, right? The way that we're conditioned to learn or to understand or to believe that marriage is hard really irks my soul and spirit because I was reading, they were celebrating their anniversary today, and I remember that she wrote that it would be, I can't think of the word, that she would be doing the wrong thing by not letting you guys know that marriage is really difficult or hard. Like, right, that she wouldn't be responsible by not saying that it's hard. But to me, I feel like no, you don't have to say marriage is hard because it's not hard if you marry the right person. Period. I'm so tired of hearing that. Like, it's not. I feel like going to the store trying to win the lottery, that's hard. That's hard to me. But
Right.
yes, marriage is a choice. So like, is it
Marriage
necessarily hard? You know,
right. Marriage is a
don't put
choice, just
yourself in
like
that.
any it's kind of like going to the grocery store. Would you go to the grocery store and get a cart full of everything you don't like and then check out and go home and put it in your refrigerator, take time to cook it, prepare it, and sit down every night knowing that you hate everything you bought? No, you would not
No.
do that. You would not spend your money on something you don't like.
Mm.
So why spend your money, time, and effort on a person you don't like? It's simple.
It's that easy.
It's that easy,
It
and
really
people
is
do
that easy.
change. But as long as you guys are on the same plane to begin with, everybody should change together for the better.
Yeah.
And I'm
Well,
gonna get into my. Go ahead. I'll let you go
I
first.
was
Go
just
ahead.
gonna say what bothers me is that I feel like I don't know them personally, so I don't really know. But I feel like they have a good marriage from what I think, see, whatever. Again, I don't know the people, but like I just am tired too of when you do have a good marriage, people making you feel like you have to say things like it's difficult to make other people feel better. You know what I mean? Like I'm so tired of that. Like it's okay. We have a good marriage. It's good. It's okay to admit that because people even ask us all the time, like, do you guys fight? Like, really tell me what it is. It's just like, dog. Like, I remember, like, our first year when people would ask me what first year of marriage was, and they would say it so much that it'd be like, dog, should I just say, yeah, it's difficult to shut them the fuck up? But now I'm just like, whatever. I'm not about to sit here and lie about being happy to make other people feel better. You know what I'm saying? Like, that frustrates me too. It
Listen,
really does.
uh, Sherry said it best. It's work, but it does not have to be hard work. Auntie Lovey said it is work though. Listen, do not get confuse my happiness
Hmm.
with me not working. Just because I'm happy doesn't mean I don't have to work at my marriage. Everything I do every day is to get better at us.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
it's just
That's
like
it.
having money. It's just
Right.
like having money. People say, "Oh, you got a lot of money, so you're spoiled." But like, did you see how I got to that money? No, I worked really hard. You know what I mean? It's pretty much the same thing. Like, you got to work for that. So
Right.
it's the same as marriage. You got to work for it.
Here we go. I'm gonna give you the single screen on this one because my boy
Don't do
Woo
it.
is
I'm
in
not
here, the
ready for it
best
yet.
man, the best man in my wedding is in here trying to start stuff, y'all. He said, "Wait until y'all have kids." Uh, yeah, yeah. I'll let you take the main screen on this one. Go ahead.
I'm not taking it on this one. I'm not
You
taking the
taking
single
it?
screen on this one.
You
I'm
taking
not
it?
taking it. I won't
Get
do
your
it.
close up.
Not today. I'm not doing
Listen,
it. Not
I
today.
don't know what happened to Brit between March and now. Seems as if she's gotten a little love like that. Maybe it's her new subscribers that she got on her YouTube channel where, she got to ride the fence a little bit more. But
No,
I
it's
don't
called
know.
no, it's called I'm saving that for another episode. I'm trying not to
Okay.
kill it. But yeah,
Yo,
I
listen.
just would like to
This
say though that I have taught kids that were not my own successfully before. So I know what it is
and if y'all don't know,
to have
teachers
kids.
have kids more than their parents.
That's all I'm gonna say right now. That's all I'm gonna say. Cause
Teachers have kids more than their parents. On top of the fact that the most time that the parents have them is usually when they're asleep. So, another thing too, like I feel as if we don't give enough credit to planning
mhm,
these days.
mhm.
Um, Planning is a huge step. Just like when y'all women plan y'all weddings and y'all dream weddings and y'all dream engagement rings and y'all dream husband and everything else, your marriage has to be planned out like that as well. If you're not ready for kids, don't have them. If you're not, and accidents happen, granted, but if you don't have a preparedness plan in the back for that accident plan, it's just like having insurance for a car. You don't go out driving planning to get in an accident. But if you
Yeah,
do, your insurance company covers that accident. Your
exactly.
money in the bank should be able to take care of any issues you have, including accidents.
Mhm,
Insurance.
mhm.
So, and I'm just keeping it real. And everybody these days, and I hate it, and me and Britt go on this topic all the time. I'm gonna cut it short because I got to give y'all my spiel about why marriages don't last, and then we out of here. I'm gonna cut it short. People always want credit for mistakes.
Oh, you noticed that too?
Yes, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all. We got a lot of people that have kids around us, and everybody does not do it. But people look at us as if y'all wouldn't be doing what y'all doing if y'all had kids. That's a lie. You wouldn't be doing this if you listen. Decisions that you make. affect you one way or another. They're going to affect you in a good way or bad way.
Bad
So
way, yep.
I'm not, and listen, people do this all the time. Oh, I'm a single mama with 3 kids and I'm making it happen. First of all, what the hell is the definition of making it happen? Because, being on welfare and everybody living in one bedroom ain't making it happen for me. That definition is different. I got a different definition of all of that shit. I'm not trying to struggle because I've been there. I did it differently.
Yeah. And then I'm opposite because I never struggled. You know what I mean? Like I have absolutely the most amazing parents that you could ever think of in the whole world. So to me, from my perspective, you and I come from 2 different worlds. I feel the same way though, because who am I to bring something into this world and I am not properly prepared for them to give them everything that my parents gave me? Like it just would be so unfair. It wouldn't even make sense. You know what I mean? Like never had to worry about college tuition, never had to worry about where my next meal was coming from, where I was gonna lay my head down. Like clearly I can't do that to my kid. Like that is just ridiculous. And I think a lot of people fail to even reflect on any of that. It doesn't matter if you were well taken care of or if you grew up in a shit hole. Like either
Listen,
way, you
cut it
shouldn't
like
want
this,
your
though, baby.
kids to have any of that.
Cut it like this, baby.
Yeah.
Cut it like this. Listen.
Yeah.
Listen, you cannot use being a mom as a career choice. I'm sorry.
It's not. No, you cannot.
If you have a job interview and they ask you your work experience and you put mom down there, unless you're becoming a nanny, that doesn't help you out at all. But I'm gonna move on because people gonna think I'm a real asshole.
No, and again, but kids, like we gotta take a step back though, because probably kids are a beautiful blessing. But Chris and I have always said that there's 2 different types of happiness in the world, right? There is happy when it's just you two, and then when you are ready, the happiness that you're gonna have with your kids is gonna be completely separate and different from that. So when we have our children, we are going to be able to take a look back and say that we had the full complete happiness with just us 2 first. You know what I mean? And not have any regrets with that. Because I know I'm going to have a ball with my kids, but when I'm ready.
If we don't have kids,
yeah,
we will be okay.
We'll be straight. We will be straight.
Happy not having kids.
Yeah.
But
right.
I know Woo's an asshole because he joined in here just to start this and he wants some nephews and nieces. Woo love the kids. I understand that. But he knows the topics that'll send us off on a tangent. But to the point, why marriages don't work these days, I do believe that the kid preparation part can go in there. And just me being honest, I believe honestly, and I'm gonna keep it all the way real here, you feel me? In order to be married, it takes 2 complete pieces to create a union. And I always break stuff down, and I'm doing it for the beginners who might not have the experience that you had, but it's kind of like having a puzzle piece. If you want to connect it to another puzzle piece, both of them have to be full puzzle pieces. Otherwise, it don't work.
Yeah.
So it takes 2 complete people to build a union, but that's not saying that it doesn't have strengths and weaknesses. Everybody has strengths and weaknesses, and that other person should step in where you lack. And I'll give you a great example of what I'm saying. The wife should be the quarterback of your household. And I know people are going to hate me saying that, but the wife should be the quarterback of your household. So that means she's the in-house physician. She's the in-house psychologist. She's in charge of making sure the vibes in the house stay right. She's in charge. Look, she's in charge of making sure that the house don't turn into Little Caesar Land or Chuck E. Cheese. Because as a dude, that's what we'll do. We'll kid it up. We ain't never big kids.
I know.
But the wife is the quarterback of your household. Her responsibilities in the household outweigh a man's responsibility. But with that being said, she can't do her job as a quarterback if you can't be a proper GM, which means getting her things to help out. That means you helping out. That means you coming down from the box and getting your hands dirty. That means you providing her with the help that she needs. That means you allowing her to chase her dreams. Because a lot
Oh
of the
yeah.
times we get so enthralled in the actual job description that we forget about the happiness of the other person. Nobody wants to work when they're unhappy. That's called morale.
No,
So if the
no.
morale ain't right and you're the GM, that's your bad.
Right.
But it's the same. It goes the same for women. If my head ain't right, because you don't know me well enough and you ain't keeping it right. I'll give y'all an example of us and how we work, and I'll tell y'all while I'm saying this. The other day I had 3 Zoom meetings back to back. I was wiped mentally.
Yeah.
And y'all see how I talk. I have to suppress that in the business meetings. So after the third one,
It's hard for them.
I got a 4th meeting. And the 4th meeting was all BS. They didn't have anything done. They didn't want anything. They just wanted to talk. After I got out the meeting, I cussed like shit. And my wife was like, "Baby, it's all right. I plugged your Xbox up. Come in here and play it." I forgot all about that damn meeting. I was in there like, "Doo doo, Xbox,"
Oh my
because she's
God.
the in-house psychologist. She already knew that me scheduling 4 Zoom meetings was dumb as hell because I can't make it that long. So she was prepared to be like, "Yo, look, baby, got this in here. Go distract yourself because you're nuts."
Yeah. Then I even said it before you even said it. I'm like, because as crazy as you are, like it's very difficult being his wife, y'all, because you gotta foresee the future with him. Like you have to work extra hard to make sure that he doesn't fly off the rocker for
Listen,
everything. Baby, are you sure you want to take on those 4 meetings before? But yeah, he did it anyways. I
and
had
then
the
when you
Xbox
ask me,
ready though.
and then when you ask me questions like that, which she did, she said, "Baby, well, why'd you schedule those meetings like that?" In my head, I'm like, because Xbox come out and I want to get them all out the way. I'm not thinking that you ain't built to do 4 Zoom meetings in a row. You ain't built to do 4 regular
Oh,
meetings in a row. But my wife was prepared as the quarterback to walk me through that situation. And for that reason there, I know I have to be on my job because the moment she becomes unhappy, she stops paying attention to my problems.
yeah, this all goes
Now,
together.
now,
This is
yeah,
like going
now,
fuck up.
and now we
Yeah,
all upside down. Good luck to everybody out there that ever happened.
not working, not gonna work. But again, marriage and work is just the same. Running a business is the same as marriage. If you're not happy at your job, the sad thing is that I've known a lot of people who are unhappy with their jobs, but they stay with it longer than they can with an unhappy marriage. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just crazy how that works because it's the same thing. It really is. If you're unhappy, but people stick with them jobs way for that money.
Yeah. Listen, and people stick with them relationships for that security.
Yeah.
And that takes me to the next part of what we were going to talk about. And we talk about this all the time. Do you think the law should provide a time limit, a mandatory time limit between marriages? Don't be shy, honey.
Oh, you're asking me
Yeah, we're
if
gonna ask you
I
because
believe so?
yeah,
Oh,
what do you think?
absolutely. Oh my gosh, yes. Dog, come on. You're really trying to pull the asshole out of me today, but I'm really trying to like first episode of season 3. I'm
Listen,
trying to be a good person. No, yeah. It's ridiculous if you, especially when it comes to marriage, relationships too. I feel like if you just got out of a relationship, you should give it some time. But listen, I'm neither here nor there. Weddings, marriage, that shit is ridiculous. Like if you just got out of a marriage, you should not be trying to get married again like a month later. Like that's crazy to me. Because marriage is forever. You saw yourself being with someone forever. So for you to be able to move on that quick when it comes to that scenario is wild to me. Like people just need to settle down. Like that's no play. Marriage is not anything to play with. Like that's but
listen,
that's how I feel about
listen. I
it.
feel as if, oh yeah, they should put this in. Hurry the hell up, put this law into place. And it's not because I feel like people need to be governed. It's because I feel like it would provide the specific help for people. It's kind of like welfare. We're not saying you gonna need help, but in case you do, here you go. I just feel like some of y'all are serial relationshipists, just whatever you want to call it. Y'all boat hop. If this boat ain't got what you want, you out. And then 2 months later, you got another boat. Who's supposed to trust you buying another boat if the first one didn't work? And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, and I'm gonna say it like this: let's keep it 100, y'all. People who give the most relationship advice are the people who got a couple divorces on their record, or on track to have a couple divorces on their record.
What?
They ain't know it. Listen, you walk past somebody with divorce, they got some relationship advice for you. And a lot of times I always tell people, take advice wherever you can get it because it's always circumstantial. So a lot of it's stuff that you should have already known before you pick that person. A lot of it's stuff that was done without patience in the first place. And I'm gonna pose this question to y'all before we get off of here. But always remember this. What do you have enough going on to be somebody else's everything? You know what I'm saying? Like, think about that situation before you get married.
Right.
Do you have
You
enough?
have to.
If you can't manage your 1-bedroom household, you can't jump onto a household that got 6 bedrooms with 10 kids because you're not ready.
Mm-hmm. Not at all.
And like I said, it all sounds fine and dandy. You know, you jump on, you get that security, and then next thing you know, you're unhappy because your job description does not fit what you really want to do. So you're not okay with taking care of the kids all day anymore. Now you want to go back to school. Now you want to get a career in something. Now you want to find your passion. And that kind of stuff right there off tracks a marriage. And I'm not saying that it causes divorce because everybody should talk, everybody should have that thing. But you making a total U-turn from who you used to be and what you actually wanted causes stress on marriage. For instance, me and Brittany have a meeting at the end of every year to go over everything we've done, our goals from last year, our goals for next year. And we talk about everything that we want to be because we don't ever want to get in that position where somebody wants to do a U-turn and nobody knows.
No, nobody has time for that. We did that though, but that's something we did before we were married too.
Yeah, we did a relationship too.
It's just a good thing to start, even when you are just in a relationship, dating, whatever it is, even with yourself. Forget the relationship thing. Even with yourself, you need to set goals and whatnot for yourself throughout the years, right at the beginning of it, so you can figure it out. And then maybe it's something that you can pass on when you do get in a relationship. And I mean, just start doing those good habits now. Called Serials Anonymous. That's hilarious.
And I know we coming up on time here. We love y'all. And Sean just said it's called serial monogamous.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call y'all boat hoppers because usually the people hopping from relationship to relationship ain't happy with their own lives. Just a little FYI for all y'all out there dating. If you run into somebody who just got divorced, you're either the rebound guy or they're moving too quickly. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how long they've been unhappy in their marriage. They shouldn't have been dating anybody in the first place. So you're either the rebound guy or they're moving too fast.
Either way, I'm not buying another gift for a second wedding. I'll just tell you that right now. I cannot with that.
Yeah,
I cannot with that. Like, I have spent money on gifts and had to get other gifts again for the same person.
I'm not coming to your second wedding. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm gonna probably barely make the first one. So
he's not lying when he said you're so serious. No, you're laughing, but you're so serious when you say that. You're so serious.
Listen, dead ass. Big Will is on here. Yo, what up, Big Will?
Hey,
Will said, "Do we journal?" We don't journal. I'm not a big writer, neither is she. But we do. I guess you could say we journal though, because we do share a lot of notes on our phone that we jot in regarding our goals and everything that's going on. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Everything we do is kind of like a business meeting. That's just the way we operate.
Yeah, we meet and write it down.
The only thing that we don't do that's different than a business meeting is Robert Rules of Order. So if if you want to be
Do that
honest,
too.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. This topic was huge. If you guys have anything else to say to us, make sure you email us, inbox us. We're everywhere now. We're streaming on every platform. So tomorrow, this episode will be
Everywhere.
up. That'll be today for y'all who listening on the podcast on iTunes and on Spotify and on Alexa and on Amazon Music. Listen, we're everywhere.
We're everywhere,
Love
live and listening.
down. Say it again, baby.
Love the lockdown. We appreciate you guys. Season 3 has come to an open, and I'm so excited because we've got some great topics for you guys. And again, we would appreciate it. You see the sponsorships. We're getting more and more every single day. We would appreciate it if you guys checked us out on Apple, on iTunes, or Apple Podcasts, really, if you will. So you can give us a 5-star rating because that really helps us out. Even though we're on everything, Apple is the one that counts the most. So yeah, if you guys get a chance to do that, give us a little 5. Comment if you want to. You don't have to if you don't want to, though. We love you guys very much. As always, for more support, we have our Facebook page. So you guys can comment, chat it up with us after the show. Give us ideas. Give us some memes and everything for next week. And I think that's about it. Thank you, Bel Air. Thank you, Mrs. Kisses.
Thank you for all the new people who liked our page. I think we got like 700 new likes since the last season. We appreciate y'all, all the new subscribers, all the new listeners. I think we're in like a billion countries now. I don't know how many total, but I'm not gonna lie to y'all. But we're everywhere: Asia, Antarctica, anywhere you can think of, continents, Africa, everywhere you can think of, we're there. So love lockdown. We appreciate y'all. We are out.
Love you guys. Next week.